Hey, welcome back. My name is Matthew, and we are playing some Hearthstone.
Uther versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, it is the beginning of a new season. So, first game of the season for me. Not sure what this druid is going to be, but I would expect heavy aggro. Still, we're going to need the card draw, so we'll keep the Acolyte. Humility and Peacekeeper, those are okay. But if this guy is heavy aggro, they probably won't get too much value. What we really want is our Hydrologist, maybe a Rallying Blade. Defender of Argus should be alright. I think we only made one major change with this deck compared to last season. We replaced the True Silver Champion with a second Consecrate, just because there was a little bit too much aggro, so having that extra Consecrate, super helpful. I think we're gonna risk the Wrath and just play the Acolyte of Pain here, because if he has to Wrath, that's 2 of his mana, so he's going to be playing well off curve. That's good enough for me. Okay, just like that. As well, we get to draw a card, and he doesn't. Now we have the difficult decision of whether or not to equip a weapon. Given the state of the game, where our opponent has passed turns 1, 2, and 3, well, I mean, he played a card on 3, but he essentially passed. The board state is pretty good for us. We're just going to hero power, take it slow. We have good answers for anything he might do. Okay, and now that we know that we are against Jade, we are going to start accelerating. We want to finish this game fairly quickly, if at all possible. We're going to want to pick up an equality so that when he goes all in on his Jade, we can clear the board. Our Ivory Knight will give us 1 out for that, but we also have 2 in the deck. Okay, he shuffled his Jade idol already. That's a really bad play. You should almost never do that. The only time that would make sense would be if he's playing an Auctioneer next turn, and he has Auctioneer, Innervate, plus 2 or 3 other spells that he could play with it. So most likely he misplayed there.
I wonder.
I think we will just Ivory Knight. Unfortunately, we don't really want any of those. Adapt is probably the best. We're almost never going to Divine Favor. Eye for an Eye doesn't really make sense unless we think we can set up lethal for it. And that might happen later on when he gets say a 14-14 Jade. This could turn the game from a loss into a stalemate. But he can always hero power it away, so let's just go for the Adapt.
For justice.
Tar Creeper is fine. We have the Defender of Argus for the buff. We could also Rallying Blade and trade. The Rallying Blade leaves us with 4 mana. So perhaps we should adapt first. because we could go Defender of Argus, Hero Power, Adapt. So let's see what the Adapt gives us. Divine Shield seems pretty good, so we'll go for that.
Reporting for duty. My shield for Argus.
Now he could have a Swipe plus a Wrath here. That would be pretty good for him, because he could swipe here, trade Wrath, and draw a card. We still keep our 2/2 alive though. Okay, he might just Hero Power. Okay. I did not pay attention to where that Jade Idol was. I'm not sure if he top decked it or if it was in his hand. Now we've got many choices here. We could Rallying Blade to finish this, but I think we just play Tyrion and go face. The extra pressure is what we're going for. We want to finish the game fairly quickly before he gets too many Jades and they're too big for us.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Okay, this could be a pretty powerful turn for him. It looks like he's not sure what to do though. 5 mana, 5 cards. Maybe he doesn't have any cheap spells. Okay, I can see why he would hesitate for the Feral Rage. It doesn't really accomplish anything here. The Wild Growth as well doesn't really do much here. He's just trying to get Cycle from his Auctioneer. Now, it's important to think about what's the most pressure we can put on right now. I think that we want to be going face as much as possible. If we play the Primordial Drake and trade, we're putting 4 power onto the field. If we Alder Peacekeeper plus Stampeding Kodo, we're putting 6 more on the field, and we get to go face with 8. I think that's probably our best play. I strongly suspect that he's not going to be playing a Mind Control tech, so it's not even a consideration here.
Where shall I strike? Behold the rage of the Firelands!
Okay, his Jade have gone up to 4 strength. I mean, that is something, but it's still not worrying. I think we want to take this trade. And if we Spike Ridged Steed here, we can take this trade. And we'd be going face with 5. Leaves us with mana for a Rallying Blade. And we can just, well, I don't think we want to play that because we're going to get our weapon next turn. An alternative would be to use our Consecration, but I'd like to save this for when we eventually draw an Equality.
Don't test me, child.
Now we could kill this to keep our Tyrion alive. That might make the Rallying Blade worth playing. Alternatively, we can Forbidden Healing Tyrion. That's probably the better play, so we'll do that. I might have misplayed there. Yep, I could have summoned a 1/1 Silverhand Recruit and still healed him up to full, so I should have done that. That was a small misplay. Hopefully it won't cost me too much.
Where shall I strike?
Okay, it's interesting that he would trade into this instead of this. It makes me think that maybe he has a Deathwing or something like that. If he does, we'll be playing the Humility on it. I think for now we can just alter Peacekeeper and take that trade and keep pushing face.
Follow the rule. Don't test me, child. Reporting for duty. Last warning. Into the breach.
Now, do we have lethal next turn? On board, sure, but let's say that he is able to clear 2 minions. We'd have 8, so we'd want to be able to push another 8. We'd have 5 here. So this extra 3 might actually be important. Alright, well he's gained a lot of armor, but he is out of cards, so I think this is going to be game over for him.
Don't test me, child. For justice.
We could trade and kill this, and that does play around another Earthen Scales, so let's do that.
The battle. Last warning. Last warning. Reporting for
We're not going to play the Vine Cleaver because we do actually want the weapon damage. The Primordial Drake is just another way to clear. Assuming that he has a Deathwing. At least it'll give us some options. I think that's probably a misplay, since the Tyrion can be killed with the Shapeshift, he should have taken the Silverhand Recruit off.
last warning. Last warning. The battle. For justice. Reporting for duty.
And we're not healing up, because this could potentially be important at some point, perhaps for healing a minion, and at 17 health there's no chance of him killing us, so we're not worried about that. Alright, good game, well played. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.